Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Making Stuff with Mike. Yeah! Today we are going to put this bad boy right up there. And you might see that's actually already a camera up there, but that's a small mirrorless camera, and I want to use this for taking top-down photography for my upcoming book. So this is a so-called, I think it's called a super arm. Wait a second. So this is a Manfrotto 244RC. So the idea is that it's all loose and yeah, and when you tighten this one in the middle, it all goes stiff and your camera is in place. But this one will not carry this full frame camera, which is a 5D Canon 5D Mark III. So we need to come up with something. So I bought this. It is called a small rig something cage. I don't name it. It's a small rig cage, and that's designed to mount to the camera. Not that way, this way around, and it slides in right there, and then you fasten the 3/8" or is it a 1/4? I don't know. It's the standard camera mount thing. And now this one holds the camera in place. I would like to add some padding here, so it has 2 points of contact with frame. But all in all, this has the rigidity I'm looking for. And then I'm gonna build it out of these alloy profiles. And I plan to, where did I put that? Oh yeah, I got it right here. And I plan to hook it into the aluminium bridge system, which is not made of aluminium, but it's the cheap stuff, so it's made of iron and painted so it looks like aluminium. But those hooks will fit onto that, and I'll try to mount that to this aluminium bar. And I will also add a wing nut here so that you can tighten it without using I don't know what you call this in English. In Danish we call it a Swedish key, svensk nøgle, because it's invented by a Swedish guy, and we're not that good about names, I guess. But it's an adjustable key. Can you see it if I get my face out of it maybe? No, you can't. Now you can see it. No, you can't. Focus, yeah. So you can adjust the size of this. And it's just pretty unhandy to have to use a tool every time you need to tighten your hooks for the system you're making. So I will try to see if I can make it toolless as well. Yeah, so the first step is to get the hook onto this one, and if I can get that to work, I'm gonna find a plan for how to mount maybe 4 of these and then add the rig to the bottom. So let's follow. No, what? Hey, oh, we forgot that. You have to like and subscribe and everything down below because everybody likes that. And while you do that, I will go down to the værksted or workshop, as we say in Danish. No, other way around. Workshop or værksted, as you say in Danish. See you down there. And welcome to the workshop. Let's move the camera because you will probably like to see this angle, I think. Or maybe I'll move it again in a little while. I have some things over here. One of them is this one, because I like to collect all kinds of weird stuff. And this one says finger bolts, and I would like to change this one out for something that I don't need tools to fix. Here's another svensknøgle that's a little bit bigger. You can get them in all kind of sizes. This is not even the largest one I've seen so far. This is ridiculous. Ridiculously stupid. I think this one will fit. Ha! I didn't even need to change the threads here. And I even have a spare piece of this aluminium thing. And then my idea is that this will simply just go in here, and I tighten this one. That seems to be stuck there quite well. So that part is working, and I have enough of these that I can use. I have 6 of them. I don't think I'm gonna need 6. Let's see. And now I need to fasten this one to this end. So I think I'm gonna start by adding threads to this aluminium profile. And the great thing about these profiles being so popular is that there are all sort of tools for them. So some Chinese companies made all kinds of this is called a Rui tool. This is for holding the tab. I think it's called a tab. I'm actually not sure. In place while tapping or threading or something. These profiles. I think this is an M6. According to my notes, it is supposed to be an M6. And many people ask me, Mike, why do you have a fridge in your workshop? Well, that's obvious. Cheers. Oh. Okay. Back to the project at hand. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you all remember, but last time we had some troubles with the sound. So this time I'm actually using my Canon 200D with a Rode wireless Go 2 for sound. I hope that's better. This is the same microphone I use for the Retro Computing with Mike videos. I don't move around as much, so it might have some screeches and scratches. Let me know in the comments down below if I need to go buy new microphones, which would be irritating, but I mean, I don't want bad sound either. Let's get back to the tapping or screwing or threading or whatever this is called. So this one goes back in here, tightened. I am gonna drizzle some cutting oil in there. And I can feel it's grabbing on to the profile now. And then what I like to do, I like to loosen this one and move it a little bit upwards so I can get to the tab here with a little bit more cutting oil. And then once in a while you need to go like half a round backwards in order to cut the small pieces inside of this tube. And at some point I'm gonna give it the last drop of oil here and lower this one back into position. I just found a bolt here, and that fits. Let's get our hook here. And then I'm gonna take off this old one. I think this is an M10 or something like that. And this seemed to work. So I use the same aluminium profile at the workshop, or not aluminium, but the same iron profile, aluminium truss, iron truss, whatever. I had something left over when I had to build the workshop. So, and it's, I mean, when you use it and the load goes this direction, it's basically unbreakable. But let's see if this fits. I mean, I would call that a passing grade. It's almost 90 degrees. That's pretty sturdy. I think I can work with that. Hello. I just had a good night's sleep and spent some time thinking about how I'm gonna build this thing. And I also edited the video from yesterday. And I heard a lot of airplanes going over this place, and wanted to add a note saying, hey, sorry about the noise. We live in a zone where a lot of airplanes from Copenhagen Airport crosses. And then I realized this is not airplanes. This is my fan here. And I'm sorry, but I'm not able to work out here without a little air. So I really hope that that's not too bad. Sorry. Yeah, I need to get some space to work with out here. Also, I still have this huge 3D printer here. I think I am gonna get rid of this somehow. I used that printer for my previous project, which you might remember. Looks there, looking pretty. But to be honest, whoa, shit. But to be honest, it's cool that I have a big print bed, but it's also pretty annoying that it's as unstable as it is. So I'm probably gonna put it up for sale, and maybe I'll buy the Prusa, the new one, Core something L, large. They have a model with a large bed. I'm thinking about that. If you have any idea about that, comment down below, suggestions and whatever you might offer. Coming back to our project. Yesterday we finished this test and we solved two problems. The ability to tighten this hook without tools, and this works. I mean, I tightened it very strong, very hard over here. Actually, I made some scratch marks to the iron here, so I would say this works. And it's been hanging straight in the air, stiff, for 16 hours or so. So in all, this works. And I did a little bit of thinking about how to do it, and I want to share my idea with you. I actually never used this before, and I know this is a very tiny whiteboard. I don't know if you can see this. Can I zoom in a bit? No. Okay, so my thoughts are that, so I want the cage. Is this really that bad? So I want the cage. I'm trying to, so this is the cage with the camera in here. And then the bridge is up here. And I'm thinking that if I use 4 aluminium profiles like that, that ties to the cage down here, and that uses the hook system up here to tie into the bridge. Then I need 4 pieces of about 1 meter, and I need 8 pieces of about. Yeah, and the distance for 2 of these are gonna be decided by the bridge, and the other 2 by the width of the cage. And then I'm gonna tie it together. I think I can use these angle connectors so that I will actually only need to make to modify the profiles in the end where I'm connecting the hooks. I think that's the plan for now. So I need to cut up some angles, and I need to connect them. And I need to 3D print a connector between the cage and the aluminium profiles. I think I'm gonna start there because I mean, if I cannot hook this onto the aluminium profiles, the game is over. But this has a lot of different mounting options. So I think I will go to my office now and fire up OpenMeshCAD and see what I can figure out and introduce it to you. Maybe I'll do a test print before I talk to you about it. A few days went by. I printed a couple of different attempts to get this right, and I think, well, actually I know we're right there now. So my idea is that this is the cage, and I'm gonna fasten this one. So this is printed to match those 2 holes. And this one is printed to match 2 holes here on the opposite side. And I made the distance so in the top it will fit the profile. Those are not going on the top, but this is deciding the distance between the aluminium profiles. And I did make a test fit, and these fit perfectly. So I actually ordered those made in aluminium because this works and this is quite strong enough, but it's flexing a bit, especially if it's only tied to one side, which is not supposed to be. But if you are mounting it and something happens, I would like it to be able to stay in place just with one screw. And I think the aluminium brackets. I think the aluminium brackets will do that. Let's go and make a test fit for the first time with these new aluminium 3D printed brackets for my top-down rig. I'm pretty proud of that. This is awesome. These profiles come with a bit of plastic here, and you can get these nuts, which has a spring in here that will hold it in place. So I can move this one up here. And this is, I think it's that's an M5. And then I order these finger screws here. So that's an M5. Ta-da! Yeah. And then I think I mounted it the wrong way. Let me get it mounted to the cage first. So I wrote left and right on them, but I forgot if it's right. I forgot which side of the cage is right. I think this one goes here, and then I'll use these finger screws here. and this goes that way. So on the left side, the same thing here. And then the idea is that I'll have 4 aluminium brackets like this. And if I need to adjust it, I can loosen this one and move it in whatever direction I want. So now I basically just need 4 more of these, and I need to cut some pieces of aluminium to reinforce this, so that the rigidity of the main rig, so that the rigidity of the main rig is not held in place by this piece of aluminium, but by a few pieces of aluminium right here. And then we actually, we still need to add some padding to this one. I'll probably do that in the studio after I tested the entire rig. And then we need to do some metal cutting and some more threads. But I actually think now I wanna this works clearly, so I'm not gonna dwell anymore with that. And then I want to get the saw down and start sawing away on this project. This is the fit I'm looking for, and it looks perfect. I just edited a little bit of the video I just shot and realized that my hands are covering a lot of the work I'm doing. So in this segment I'll be trying something different. Great. So I made four more of the longer pieces with a hook in the one end, and I made 4 small pieces and 4 little bit lesser small pieces, and now I need to assemble. Great, now the 2 sides are ready. It doesn't really matter exactly where you put these. They just need to be there. And the only reason why I'm measuring is that it looks nice if they are almost or about the same. And now we have a pretty ready construction here. And the only thing left is to mount our build here. Or mount our cage. So this is it. So far, I spent 6 hours building this one. And now I actually think we need to go back to the studio to make a test fit. That looks exactly like what I wanted. And remember I talked about adding some padding over here? I actually don't think it's necessary. I mean, it's not flexing at all. Maybe a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna skip that. And maybe I'll revisit this setup in the future. But for now, I wanna get working on some of the photographs I need to do for my book. Hope you enjoyed watching, and follow me for more crazy projects just like this. Yeah!